Everyone, this is Dr. Jacqueline Cortez Salmons here at Transformation Health and Wellness in Anaheim Hills. Oh, I'm still trying to figure out where to look on this dang thing. But anyhow, we're here today with Jenny. She is the owner of Kaffeine Alley, which is in Anaheim Hills. It's off the corner of Santa Ana Canyon and Fairmont. It is amazing coffee. They have amazing tea. It's just an incredible establishment. So I want to give you this opportunity to get to know her, to get to know her business, and how we can help each other through this crisis. Jenny, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cortez, for actually having me here and featuring my business. I'm very excited to be here in Anaheim Hills, as I grew up in the community and I wanted to basically provide a space that has organic coffee and tea that has better alternatives for us around the area and make it this little community feel.
Yes, fantastic. And I remember when I first met you and you were doing a little synopsis and you're like, and we don't burn our beans. And I have to say, like, even as a home coffee brewer, I have a hard time. Like, there's times when I pour that water in and I can already smell it. I'm like, dang it, I got the water too hot. So there's definitely an art to what you do for sure.
Definitely. We use local coffee roasters. It's actually a local business as well called The Lost Bean in Tustin. They make a blend specific for us because our specialty is Vietnamese coffee, but we also offer different alternatives. And as you saw when you came in, we also have gluten-free, grain-free, sugar-free options for people that are either celiac or they have diabetes, or maybe they're just on a ketogenic diet.
Yes, definitely. And I know that as I've gotten over the age of 40, and I'm only like 3 minutes over the age of 40, like not a lot, just a little over 40.
I thought you were 16, Dr. Cortez.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I was one of those advanced kids in medical school. But I am so sensitive to milk products now. Like, I really have a hard time. So I had switched to soy, but then now learning more and more about wellness, soy can be so inflammatory. So I love going to your place because I can do an oat milk option, even in my Thai milk tea, which I adore. And when I want to indulge, I love it, but it makes me so sick. So when I have it with the oat milk, it's a much lighter flavor and it's not inflammatory. I don't feel crummy afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. Growing up, when I went to boba milk tea shops or coffee shops, I'm lactose intolerant, as a lot of Asians are. So I couldn't enjoy basically milk teas that were made of fresh milk, right? So we have oat, almond, and hemp alternatives. And unlike other shops, we don't use any non-dairy creamers, any powders or fructose pumps. We actually make the simple syrups here in-house.
Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, it is so good when you have the opportunity. So tell me why you decided that you wanted your own business, that you don't want to work for anybody else anymore.
So it's always been a dream of mine. So growing up, I always had a dream of opening up a business. Although my background is in education and I love being an educator and a teacher, and I still am in that field, I always wanted to make this dream come true. And growing up in this community, I felt like it's such a small, tight-knit community, but at the same time, there is no place, you know, to gather or feel like a community, even though Anaheim Hills is a very small place. And I also just wanted to offer different alternatives for people.
Absolutely. And that's what I've really found with kind of building this group and this community, how many of the folks that I've sort of tagged or marked for doing this Field Trip Fridays, how many of us know each other, and but we don't know that we know each other. So that's what I'm really trying to build here. It's exciting. So can I ask you? Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying this was a great concept and a great way to build community and for us to work together and get to know each other and support each other in our little community.
Absolutely. Can I ask how the COVID quarantine has been affecting you in the business?
Well, I'm very grateful to be considered essential because everybody needs their kick of caffeine.
Right.
I'm happy and I'm healthy and I'm fortunate to still be open, but it has been very tough as a new business owner. We've only been open for about 4 months now. So our sales are down quite a bit, but I always have friendly neighbors, right? Like Lloyd. Lloyd, say hi, Lloyd.
Oh, there's Lloyd. Hi, Lloyd.
He's locked in. He owns a sports med office right in our plaza right here. So Lloyd has kept me sane through this. We're practicing social distancing.
Yes, yes. Now oh, go ahead.
Business has taken quite a hit, but we're trying to do everything we can, like offering online orders. We do curbside, you call ahead, just about anything.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's so great how you've been able to modify a bit. And I think that that's one of the nice things about being a very private business is our ability to adapt pretty rapidly as things change. I know within my practice, I was able to modify a bunch of things that I knew if I were still in a corporate setting would not be so easily done, because from there it's like a very top down, it's very tiered, and it trickles and people are slow to make decisions and policies. But for us, it's like, okay, this is how we're going to change it. This is how we're going to adapt and serve the community. Now, for our listeners, Jenny is pretty much on her own. I know you have a couple of employees, right?
I do, but I try to step out for a little bit to give the girls some space and for them to have hours to work. But at the same time, you know how it is being a small business owner.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep the doors open, and I'm here all the time, so you guys can drop in and say hi.
Definitely. And again, it gives you an opportunity to have your own field trip, coming from home, giving you a place to go outside of your four walls. So if you're on the way to the grocery store, on your way back home, if you're going to drop off groceries at mom or dad's house, stop by Kaffeine Alley, pop in, say hi to Jenny. She's amazing. It's a beautiful place. I had actually looked at your space for my practice when I was first thinking about opening. And it
really,
yes, yeah, it's an amazing place. But I knew from what my needs were, I was going to need such a huge build out that I'm like, it's more than I wanted to spend for building out. So I'm fortunate where I'm at, but a very strong affection for your location and how you've actually revamped it from what it was before.
Yeah, I can give you the viewers a little look if they want to see.
Yeah, let's take a little tour.
So this is our little, wall. It's a pretty big space, and I'm looking forward to having more community things like open mic nights or, painting and coffee and things like that.
I would love that, because I love the painting, but I'm not a big Pinot person, so not necessarily the wines. If you were to do painting, would you have littles be able to be there as well, like little kiddos?
Yeah, definitely. We can have little kids. I'm open to anything.
Yeah, because that's another kind of a variable that prevents me from being able to go is I can't take my kids to the ones that have the wine because it's like 21 and over. So it might be nice for some of us who do have kiddos who are interested in art to be able to have a place to go.
We could do painting and boba or painting and coffee.
Yay! Yes, definitely. No, it's a beautiful space that you have. And then, so how can our community help you, Jenny?
I think that just me talking to you right now is helping me, and also us connecting to each other and our same, our clientele is very similar, because I feel like both of us do focus on wellness and offering different alternatives for our customers.
Definitely. No, I just sent a patient to you this last week because he was looking for an alternative. He wanted to get some good coffee. It was the afternoon. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to go down to Kaffeine Alley. They're amazing. And he sent me a message back. He's like, oh my gosh, this is the jackpot. This is so great. So, well, I appreciate your time, Jenny. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to building this relationship further, and make sure that the listeners at home follow Kaffeine Alley on Instagram. Are you on Facebook too?
I am on Facebook. So
perfect.
Just ask Kaffeine Alley with a K.
Great. Yeah, Kaffeine Alley with a K. Again, they are off of Santa Ana Canyon and Fairmont in the Slater's 50/50 parking lot, if you know where that's at. Kind of tucked over there by my favorite sushi place, Yagi Sushi. So definitely go check them out.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Cortez.
Bye. Thank you so much.